Hey, what's up? I'm Sean Ogle of Location Rebel, and I am going completely crazy. I'm still locked up in my house. This quarantine, getting a little old. But while you've been watching all of these quarantine videos over the last couple, I've been talking a lot about content writing. I've been talking about content writing for other people. I've been talking about content writing for yourself. And I've been talking about some of the tools I use to successfully make money content writing. Well, we're gonna wrap that, we're gonna tie all that up in a little bow, and we're gonna finish it off today with my content writing hack. This is my HLS method for getting thousands of email opt-ins via your own writing. This is something that's worked really well for me. I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I've done this on a specific blog post and how it's going to work so well for you. This one method not only can make you money, it can get you search traffic, it can make your readers happy, and it can build your email list. And you combine all those things together, that's pretty powerful. That's like every blogger's dream right there. And I'm gonna spill my secret. I've never talked about this publicly. We're gonna do that in this video. So if that sounds interesting to you, roll the intro. I feel like I've been super hyper on these videos lately, so we're trying to just bring it back down, be a little more calm, meditate, relax, not freak out because of the quarantine and being stuck inside. Okay, we're better. Okay. In order to make this HLS method work, we got to start with one thing, and that's a nice, beefy, juicy, delicious piece of content. Something that is unique and interesting, something your readers are really going to want and like, and something that's, takes a different perspective than maybe everything else out there. So to use an example that we're going to follow all the way through, on my golf niche site, I've got a post that's how to play the world's best private golf courses. Now, most of the best courses in the world, unfortunately, are private. So that means the average person has no chance of playing them, or very little chance. But if there's one thing I've gotten pretty good at in life and figured out, it's how to sneak into high-class establishments where I probably don't belong. When I first started my niche site, Breaking 80, I had never played a private golf course in my life. And now I've played half of the top 100 private golf courses in the world. Yeah, it's crazy. So I created a resource. It's about a 4,500 word resource that is how to play the world's best private golf courses. My 7 strategies for getting onto these courses. So that's step number 1. You got to figure out what's something unique, compelling, an ultimate guide that's really going to appeal to your specific audience. So that's the hook. HLS method, it stands for hook, line, sinker. So you need some hook that's going to grab people in and make people go, I want to know that. Tell me this. So for the average golfer, where 90% of golfers are generally playing public courses, if you say, oh yeah, you can play the best course in your hometown, that private course, that country club where you don't belong and you don't know anyone, there is a way for you to play it. The average person's be like, yes, tell me that thing. Okay, so we've established the hook. That's kind of the headline, the overarching idea, the thing that people really, really want to know. The second part of this is the line, and that's the first part of this content that you've created. What you're gonna do with this first part is you're gonna tell a really compelling story. So for me in this golf example, I talked about how I'd never played a private golf course before. I talked about how I was able to start, infiltrating the private golf club world and start playing some of these courses. And I did it in a way that was unique, it was entertaining, it was kind of funny at times, and it was different than what anyone else has put out there. And so the first part of this post is the story. Then what I do, like I said, there were 7 strategies for how to do this. Then I go into my 2 best, the 2 that I think are most unique, most compelling, and most likely to work for the reader. So you've got story, intro, background, all that stuff. Tip number 1, tip number 2. So that's the line. That's like that's probably 2,500 words right there. Sinker, step number 3. So at the end of that post, after those first 2 tips, you have a link to a landing page that says, want my next 5 tips for how to play private golf courses? Click here. You take them to a landing page, maybe it's got some bullet points, some marketing copy, you got to sign up for the email list. And at this point, if you've done your job right, you've created something around something people really want to know. So the average public golfer, they really want to know how to play private golf courses. You've told an interesting story showing why you are qualified to talk about this. You've provided value with your first 2 tips. So people are like, oh yeah, these are unique. I've never heard this before. I've got to know what those other 5 things are. So when they land on that landing page, it's a no-brainer for them to sign up. Hook, line, sinker. So all of a sudden, you've got people on your landing page. Use the service called Beacon to create the PDF for this book. We talked about that in the last video. It will literally take you like an hour to take a 4,500 word blog post and make it into this beautiful PDF book. It's awesome. I love the tool, so go check that out. So it should be becoming a little bit clear why this works so well. You've taken something people really want to know, you've given them unique strategies for how to do it. The person that doesn't want to opt in, well, you've given them a 2,500 word blog post that does have some useful tips. So hopefully they were entertained, they got a couple useful tips out of it. If they don't want to opt in to get the rest, well, that's on them. But most people are going to want to if you do this right. But this is where it gets really good. There's a little secret to this. Because you just created a really compelling search engine optimized 2,500 word blog post, over time, you're going to start getting search traffic to this. So right now, if you type in how to play private golf courses, how to play the world's best golf courses, things like that, I'm one of the first things that shows up. So every single day, I'm still getting a few dozen hits to this post from people that are searching for this. And that's not only increasing my ad revenue, that's increasing my email opt-ins, that's building my audience as a whole. So by doing this, you've created valuable content for the people that want it. You've helped people accomplish a goal that they're looking to do. In this course, it's play private golf courses. You're building up your email list, which we all know is your best asset as an online business, and you're getting search traffic from it. So even though it might seem a little shady to promise something and say, I'm going to tell you how to do this and I'm only going to give you part of it and you have to opt in for the rest, you're still providing value and you're still making good on that promise once people do opt in. So I found this strategy to work really well because it can work as a blog post. It's, content marketing at its finest. You're essentially writing one really long blog post and only giving them half the blog post until they opt in. So think about that. Think about how you can apply that to your business, how you can apply that to your blog, rather than doing, the standard sales page or the standard opt-in page. Do something that's a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more valuable, and really give them a reason to be excited about opting into your list. So that kind of concludes this little 3-part series on content writing for yourself, creating opt-ins. I hope that you found it valuable. I really do think that this is kind of the crux of successfully being a content writer, of successfully being a content marketer. So whether you're doing it for yourself, whether you're doing it for somebody else, be thinking about these strategies and how you can implement them. So, and like I said, the services I use to make all of this happen, I love all of them: ConvertKit, Beacon, LeadPages. So go check those out. Hope this was valuable. If you have questions about how to implement this in your own business, on your own blog or whatever, just drop a comment below. I'd love to take a look. I will help where I can. And I hope you found some value out of this. I'm gonna go back to meditation because I feel like it didn't work and I was still talking very rambly, very loudly, very quickly. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit subscribe. We got new videos every Monday and Thursday, all about how to build small lifestyle businesses that you can run from anywhere in the world, including your living room, which is probably where you are right now, and spend more time doing the stuff you love in life. Because that's what this is all about. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video. Take it easy. Peace.